book you would like to share with us today?
It's called *Sapiens: A Brief History of Humankind*.
Yeah,
Have you heard about
yeah.
it?
Sure.
It's written by Yuval Harari.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting book.
Mm. What
And
have you learned from this book?
like he talked about the history of humankind, and he talked in such a way that that's different from all other history books, in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, he has a clue, so he has an idea to interpret the history, why he think it goes like this, not like that. um, and he used the events, the different events to back up his ideas.
Mm.
So it's not about this year, that year, what happened. It's about all these events. He used them to back up his ideas. And so he divided the history into three revolutions.
Oh.
The first one is called cognitive revolution.
Oh.
Um, the second is called the agricultural revolution, and the third one is called the scientific revolution.
Okay.
And there are some really interesting points in this book, like um, when we are like the when we are like, yeah, we used to live into the forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said that the people used to be very happy, so they don't have to work like super hard or super long. They just need to like work or hunt or collect fruits for 1 hour or
2 hours a day.
2 hours a day.
Those are hunter-gatherers.
Hunter gatherers, yeah.
Yes.
And then they just play. They
Also
enjoy the day.
yeah, they enjoy the day, and
Mhm.
also the diets. The
The
diet
diet,
was very diverse.
yeah, it's very diverse. And when we go into the agricultural era, um, the
We had more diseases.
the folk much harder,
Mm.
much longer, but their quantity of life hasn't improved much, by his opinion. Um,
But we had a bigger population.
yeah, there's a bigger population, so the average person, the quality of life for a average person, it hasn't improved much. The diet is less diverse.
No protein,
No
only
protein.
carbohydrates,
Yeah,
rice.
yeah, and the work is not designed for the body. It's not suitable for the body.
It's
They want
terrible.
to do this like all the time,
Right.
but our and the human body aren't designed for this kind of works. So they have the back problems or
Yes.
the neck problems.
So maybe it's also true for modern day people. We are not
Yeah,
suitable for programming,
yeah,
typing,
and sitting all the
sitting too
day.
much.
Yeah.
A lot of people are sitting too much.
Yeah, sure. And he argued that maybe the core at wheat, like they dominate us, not the vice versa.
Mm.
Um, because
The crops.
the crops, their their numbers are very small at the beginning, but now they are everywhere.
especially the wheat.
Yeah, wheat, wheat and corn. They are just they are such a global, like
Economic crop.
yeah. So he argued that maybe they dominate us,
Not
not
us.
not we dominate them. So it's very interesting. And another point is he believed that our society is our society is like rolling forward by like rolling forward. How do you say it? Um, Hey, hey. He he think that the imagination of humans are very important. That's why we dominate the world. That's why we become the top of the food chain. Um, he argued that it's the massive cooperative work we do that, and that's what separates us from other animals.
Like if you throw 100 chimpanzees in a place, they will be chaotic.
Yeah, they can't just do the massive cooperative work like we do.
Maybe they can have small scale,
Yeah,
but not very big, like
not very big.
20.
Yeah, and he explained what brings us this massive scale of cooperative work. He said it was the imagination. It was the story we humans share, um, like the existence of God, like. Like religions, like politics, countries, companies. It's all but
Imagination.
imagination. It's just like a story. Yeah. For example,
He
a
said that a country doesn't exist.
yeah,
It's just a concept.
it's just a concept that we imagine. Yeah. Um, so for example, a company is not the people in the company, because some people will leave, or maybe all the people will leave, and there are new guys coming, but we still think the company is there. It hasn't changed, and the company is not about the buildings, because if the company changed from one location to another, changed one building from to another, the company is still there. It hasn't changed. So what's the company?
The idea?
It's just we believe it existed, so it existed. Um, and when we don't believe its existence, it will suddenly despair. Even if the buildings are there, the people are there.
Just like the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
People didn't believe that.
Yeah, once you didn't believe that, it will disappear, and it's the same for the money, the country, and the religion. So it's very interesting. And another point, I think it's about the what brings us the scientific revolution. It's about the we it's about the ignorance. We we how do you say this? We accept the fact that we are ignorant. Then this idea brings us the scientific revolution, because in the past we believe that God knows everything. There there isn't a problem that God hasn't solved. We just need to ask God to find the answer. But now we admit our ignorance. We admit that we are ignorant, and there are so many problems we don't have answer. So we just work on it. We just put effort to find the answer. And it's just this attitude for knowledge and for science that brings us the scientific revolution, and it's what brings us the so many wonderful things.
Everything you see here
Yeah,
is from science.
yeah, yeah.
Every
It's
great things.
like the airplanes,
Yeah,
like
everything great.
yeah, everything, just almost everything. Yeah, it brings us so many convenience. Yeah, I think it's a very interesting book to read. You don't have to be like every opinions he said, every sentence he said. You don't have to agree, but he brings us a new angle
Yeah.
to think about
at the
things,
world.
to look at the world. Yeah.
Are there some ideas that you disagree from this book? That's an interesting question.
That's there are some things I'm constantly think about, but I can't say that I'm disagreed with him, and I can't say I'm agreed with him. Like he let let me introduce another idea that it's actually in his another book called Deus, Homo Deus, a brief history of tomorrow. And he talked about a new religion, or new a new way of viewing the world. It's called dataism. He argued that all the animals, all the world, all the universe is nothing but an algorithm.
Algorithm. Oh, okay.
We are all algorithms. And the whole idea of evolution is just the algorithm. So the nature will select the more suited animals, suitable more the animals that are more fitting to this world. So it's just an algorithm.
What is the algorithm?
The algorithm is you set several principles, and you can do some computing. Then it brings you the result. So like we humans, we are algorithm, such like we get input from the world, and we process the information, and then we respond to it. It's just basically an algorithm. Yeah, and he believed that in the past the data is not so much because the algorithm need data.
Okay.
In the past the data is not so much because then it can be easily processed by our brains or by a single people. So in the past the emperor of in empire of the empire he can decide everything he wants because he can get all the data he needs and process in his mind, and then make a decision. The author argued that now the data is too is explosive. It exploded, and it will go beyond the capacity of our brains.
Okay.
So we need a central computer or a central algorithm, a central machines that do all the processing.
So this
work.
machine will become the
The new Apple. We we can't escape from this because we need the convenience that the new technology brings us. So you can't you won't escape from this system. You just join it and produce data, help this product, help this system get its data it needed. So this is the opinion that I can't say I'm disagree with, and I can't say I'm agree with. I'm just constantly thinking about this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. You're welcome.
Interesting. Huh?